Hi, and welcome to the Haskell News. I am Lucretia Lovato. The 2012 annual homecoming parade took place to begin the homecoming weekend. Here's Stan Lovato with the story of how the parade went.
The homecoming parade was set for the homecoming candidates to show their support for the school and greet students. With low attendance to the parade, I asked Student Activities Rex Coley his thoughts on how the parade went and also things we can do to improve future homecoming parades.
It was a little disappointing, I think first of all because of the weather. The weather has a big factor in playing that in the parade. We didn't have as many alumni or anything either also around. So. But the other thing I think that really kind of helped out, one thing I'd like to say is I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. John Howland, who helped program the parade. He's been doing this for a number of years, so I'd like to give him his credit where it's due. And I'd also like to say that I think the sanctioning of the clubs also had a factor in it. Some clubs weren't sanctioned, and as such, I think that kind of hindered things also too. So I think that also needs to be addressed a little bit, and also too, the homecoming I think is a campus-wide event, and I think that it really needs to be worked on, immediately. So, even right now they should start working on it, which I'm going to probably recommend. But we would like to say that we do appreciate all those that did participate in it, and we'd just like to say, that for what it was worth, I think that, for those that did participate, it did pretty good. And so I just thank everybody that helped out.
There was a great turnout for this year's homecoming. During the halftime of the football game, the winners of the King and Queen were announced. Here's Don Fuentes with more.
On October 6, 2012, 12 clubs participated in this year's homecoming, like the American Indian Business Leader, Student Senate, the Apache Club, Softball, Rural Cloud Dorm Council, Dene Club, Pocahontas Hall, Haskell Intertribal Culture Club, OK Hall, and the Kansas National Education Association. Here are the homecoming King and Queen winners.
Our Haskell homecoming queen is Laura O'Toole. Homecoming queen, Jackie Tanner.
This is Don Fuentes, Haskell News.
YouTube native comedians Ryan Redcorn and Sterling Harjo visited Haskell campus. Here's Dallas Red.
But like the 1491 started just because we wanted to put funny videos online for people, for like natives our age to be able to get on there and watch it. Our cultural.
After the small group discussion and showcase by the 1491s, I was able to ask YouTube sensations Sterling Harjo and Ryan Redcorn a few questions. First I asked Sterling Harjo which was his favorite video that he had produced.
That's what you look like. I would say it would be the Wolfpack auditions, just because it was our first one. It was a lot of fun making it. The experience of making it was the first time we all worked together.
So did you go to school to be a filmmaker or anything?
I went to school to be a painter. Then I switched my major after that. So
I don't know. Some embarrassing things that you've done for a video.
Well, I lead the 1491s in most videos that I appear topless in. I've got a one video advantage over Dallas School too.
So which video has caused the most controversy, you say?
Probably, as of right now, the Halloween PSA. But before that, Smiling Indians.
Did you get made fun of growing up when you had, like, for being, lighter skin or anything like that?
I really didn't run into any of that until I moved to the suburbs. Kansas City. I think more white people were more. They had a problem with me claiming Indian.
So what's your favorite video as of now that you've made or started in?
The Zuccotti Park one was really fun. Just because like we've started, like a lot of the videos that we've done in the last, I guess, year, we started interacting with just like regular people in the public, and there's like a random element. There's a lot.
A guest speaker came to the Haskell Cultural Center to spread the word of the United States apology to Native people. Here's Ashley Ignacio with the story.
Mark Charles is a public speaker that advocates for the rights of Indigenous people, chose to visit Haskell for one specific reason.
There's very few places where you can go in our country where you can speak to a lot of people from a lot of different tribes, and Haskell is one of those places where it's kind of this cross-section of Native America. And so I really wanted to come here to engage the students and the faculty at Haskell with this apology event.
This event will be held at the Capitol Reflection Pool in Washington, D.C. on December 19th, 2012, and Mr. Charles, along with volunteers, plan on reading out loud the unknown U.S. apology to Native peoples as follows.
1. Recognizes the special legal and political relationship Indian tribes have with the United States and the solemn covenant with the land we share. 2. Commends and honors Native peoples for the thousands of years that they have stewarded and protected this land. 3. Recognizes that there have been years of official depredations, ill-conceived policies, and the breaking of covenants by the federal government regarding Indian tribes. 4. Apologizes on behalf of the people of the United States to all Native peoples for the many instances of violence, maltreatment, and neglect inflicted on the Native peoples by citizens of the United States. 5. Expresses its regret for the ramifications of former wrongs and its commitment to build on the positive relationships of the past and present to move forward towards a brighter future where all the people of this land live reconciled as brothers and sisters and harmoniously steward and protect this land together. Urges the President to acknowledge the wrongs of the United States against Indian tribes in the history of the United States in order to bring healing to this land. 7. Commends the state governments that have begun reconciliation efforts with recognized Indian tribes located in their boundaries and encourages all state governments similarly to work towards reconciling relationships with Indian tribes within their borders. Disclaimer. Nothing in this section, 1, authorizes or supports any claim against the United States, or 2, serves as a settlement of any claim against the United States.
Haskell student Amanda Brokenleg voices her opinion to her fellow academic peers.
Our Haskell students should know about this so they can be aware of what's going on in Native American society and the public, and what's like how Native Americans can build from this and they can become stronger from it. They can learn from it. They can benefit from it if they really put themselves into it, put action into publicizing this apology.
To get involved or for more information, please visit www.wirelesshogan.com. This is Ashley Ignacio with the Haskell News.